get back in here for football battles, man. And this is the battle of the left backs, man. And I think I see these guys as two of the best left backs right now. And the beauty about these guys is that they represent the future because they're so young. So that's, of course, it's Ferland Mendy, not Benjamin Mendy, Ferland Mendy and Alphonso Davies. Two left backs that see the future of full-back, wing-backness. So without further ado, let's ride. So, first category is tackling. This is a process of winning the ball, and the thing I like about this is about winning the ball cleanly. You know, it's not just about going in crazy, fully lunging in like how Ramos may normally do. It's about, there's an art of defending, and I think nobody did this better than Maldini, who was the best at really winning the ball cleanly. So when I just look at both of these guys and just looking at their game, I really went more with a Ferland Mendy. So the reason why I went with a Ferland Mendy is that I think Alphonso Davies is good, but I feel that it is much more difficult to get past Mendy, and I think I see Mendy is better at winning the ball and being a much stronger force to get around than I think Alphonso Davies is. So with regards to that tackling thing, I'm riding in with a Ferland Mendy. Passing. I think this is clear. I think this player is better at this skill. He shows it more, and I think this just shows you why he's so good in this position. So for passing, I'm going with Alphonso Davies. Mendy's pretty good, but I think Mendy can somehow look sometimes a bit cumbersome and awkward when he has the ball and even giving the ball away. I think Alphonso Davies, there is more fluidity. There is much more control into what he's doing, but specifically with his passing is far more crisp. And I think especially with his distribution of the ball and really getting the ball across, he does it far better than I think Mendy does. So for Alphonso Davies, I think he's a really good crisp passer, and that's what I like about him. Like, his passing is on point. So Alphonso Davies could very easily be put into the sense of midfield and he'd be out. So for passing, you're really with your boy Alphonso Davies. Dribbling. Who is the better dribbler? So again, this was one I had to really think about, because I was like, is there really one guy who's good at skill? But then I was like, aha, I think this dude definitely shows it. I'm rolling with a Ferland Mendy here. Alphonso Davies, I don't think I've seen much of his dribbling. And I don't think I've seen a lot of examples of him really showing how he can beat a player and so forth. But I think with Homeboy, with Ferland Mendy, I've seen him do some skills. I've seen him put the ball through a guy's legs. I've seen him be able to hold up the ball, twist the guy through, and I've seen how good he's been able to get out of tight spaces when there are 2-3 guys around him. He's next to the byline and is able just to find that little small channel. That's one little gap between both players and still maintaining possession of the ball. Either him carrying the ball or giving the ball to another Madrid player. So for dribbling, Ferland Mendy gets that skill. Balance. Who's got better balance? I think this is clear. And I feel this is one of this player's best skills and his best attributes. And this is Alphonso Davies. Alphonso Davies has amazing balance on the ball. Because I think for Ferland Mendy, again, he seems slightly, I wouldn't say clumsy, but just cumbersome when he's running with the ball. And there's sort of like a jittery motion when he has the ball. Alphonso Davies, it's swift, it's beautiful, it flows like water, and there's just an ease, and there's more of an elegance when Alphonso Davies is just pumping down that wing as opposed to a Ferland Mendy. So for the balance, I think Alphonso Davies gets that skill over there. So clutch. Who's more clutch? Who is more clutch? I would say. Who's more clutch? I would say. See, this was difficult. This was difficult, but as I looked at the games much more, I think this dude has much in his locker. Now, all because you're clutch doesn't mean you're not a quality player. But clutch is just that thing of, can you do something as an individual to change the course of a game? So I went with Ferland Mendy, because I think that for Ferland Mendy, he can do things for Real Madrid that can help them win the game. And I think as we've seen him sort of settle into this team, or whether it's goal scoring, a key pass, a key cross, a key move, he can come up and do a big thing. Davies can also do it as well, but I think I would have more faith in Mendy coming up clutch and coming up big time as an individual to decide a game as opposed to a Davies. So I just think will just be much more part of a really great performance. So I just think Mendy steps out more as an individual as opposed to Alphonso Davies. So you can almost say clutch is almost the same as individuality. Who has more individuality? So I'm rolling in with Ferland Mendy there. So anti-brickness. So which player here has got higher anti-brickness? Again, anti-brickness is less likely to be brick of the game, less likely to put forth a brick performance. It's close because both of these players are very quality, but I have to make a decision. I haven't yet seen a game where this player has looked like a brick. I've never even come close to calling this player a brick before. But when I saw this player for a few games, I said, bro, did you guys just go ahead and buy a brick? Fine, he has improved, but I have seen more brickness in this player as opposed to other players. So for anti-brickness, I'm giving that to Alphonso Davies. Because I haven't seen Alphonso Davies look like a brick for as long as I've seen him. I've seen him make a few mistakes, look a bit edgy, but when I first saw Ferland Mendy, I was like, oh my gosh, this guy just does not look like anything, but he's improved, he's gotten better. But so really the anti-brickness has been given to Davies, because I've seen brickness in Mendy, I've not seen brickness in Davies at all. So anti-brickness to Alphonso Davies. My final one, discipline. It's a tough one. It's a real toughie. And probably have to roll, and I would have to roll with Alphonso Davies here. And the reason why I'm going to roll with Alphonso Davies is I think Mendy, because again, okay, look, I looked at stats. But so, see, this was one where I had to combine stats and eye test, because whenever I do these battles, I always use the eye test. But sometimes when it becomes really difficult, I'm like, just to help me with my eye test, let me just look at stats. So from the eye test, it was quite similar, because I was like, I can't really tell, because the discipline seems to both be pretty good. They don't really give away many fouls. They're pretty good with their tackles. They don't really get those many bookings. But then I was like, man, but this player doesn't look a bit. Then I looked into who scored, and I was like, you know what? From the bookings they've had, Mendy has had more bookings than Davies, and I do feel that for Davies, I think it is very close though, because I think their discipline is both very good. But I do think that Davies, the way he carries himself, especially maybe it's because of Hansi Flick and our band setup, I think he's a lot more cleaner. His game is a lot more cleaner and much more concise and less and full of better discipline than I think Mendy is. So for discipline, I'm rolling with Alphonso Davies, which means that your boy Alphonso wins this 4-3, 4-3 for the big man Alphonso Davies. Remember, guys, if you want to see any other battles and so forth, or want me to talk about any other things, hit me back here. I'll be here. I'll be doing my thing. I've got my little clipboard here. So any other suggestions for football battles, just hit it right there in the comments below. Stay true, stay black, stay real, and your boys out. Become a Patreon member. Get access to my blog, get access to exclusive videos, and also get access to the podcast, to the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfup to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy HH.